Hello everyone, I'm Egill Fridgeirsson. I just won a Titan Award in the open source development category, and I'm going to use this opportunity to introduce myself to the community. So I'm a postdoc at the Erasmus Medical Center in Rotterdam in Peter Reinbeck's Health Data Science group. My research mostly focuses on patient level prediction, more specifically deep learning, but also other types such as federated learning. And while I do consider myself first and foremost a scientist, I'm also very interested in the tools we use to do science and in improving those tools and make them more reliable and more performant. I'm the maintainer of the DPLP package, which was just released as part of Hades a few weeks ago. And if you are interested in deep learning, I encourage you to try it out. I'm going to briefly go over what research I did in the last year and what I hope to do in the future. Paper in submission now looking at attention-based deep learning models on EHR data. And with that, I show that depending on which prediction problem you are looking at, the deep learning models can provide benefit. However, logistic regression is very good on our type of data in general, and it's very hard to beat it. We in the DPLP group are also planning to do a large-scale multi-database comparison of deep learning versus Lasso and XGBoost. So stay tuned for that. I'm also running a study now looking at how different penalties for logistic regression perform in external validation. There I'm comparing L1, L2, L1, L2, and adaptive regularization. And yeah, some preliminary results indicate that we can get much sparser models with very little drop in internal validation performance. But I got the Titan for my open source contribution, so I'm gonna talk about that briefly. As I mentioned earlier, I am the maintainer of the DPLP, which is a package built on top of the PLP to do deep learning research. If you are interested, please join the fun and try it. I also, when I have the opportunity, contribute to upstream packages if needed. So for example, the DPLP is built on a package called Torsion R, which is like an R wrapper around the C++ engine that packages like PyTorch use for deep learning. So I have contributed quite a few features to that, which we needed in the DPLP. I also fixed a small bug in Apache Arrow. I've also been preparing the PLP for the change to an Arrow backend in Andromeda. But by changing the backend to Arrow, we can speed up our analysis quite significantly. In the case of the PLP, the speed up is like a factor of 10 or 20 even. I also did overhaul the PLP unit tests. I made them faster, more reliable. They weren't always passing due to some weird edge cases, and I managed to make them a bit more robust and faster. But all this is to say that if you want to contribute to your packages, I wouldn't hesitate to make an issue. Contact the maintainer. In my experience, the maintainers are all really open to suggestions and open to help. But of course, there are some people who helped me get, well, this Titan actually. So I want to thank some people. I want to thank the DPLP team, Jenna Raps, Jungsoo Kim, Henrik John, and Seng-Chan Yu. Also want to thank Jenna again, because she has been very responsive to my suggestions for the PLP and has welcomed my contributions. I want to thank my boss, Peter, for supporting me and allowing me to work on open source as well. And I also want to thank Alex, my colleague, for our coffee breaks where we often brainstorm about open source and research in general. If you want to be in touch for anything, either related to research or open source, don't hesitate to contact me. Here's my email address, my LinkedIn, and my Twitter. Thank you.